Good morning. It's a beautiful morning here in Monroe, Pennsylvania. It's frosty, but still very nice. So today I have to do some maintenance on our generator because it refuses to start with the start switch. So we're going to have a look at that and see what's going on, and probably have to replace the switch. So let's get going. So we hide the generator underneath this little cover here, just because it's ugly. Don't want to look at it. But whenever you go to use it, you have to take this cover off. She is. So yes, I quickly got tired of the little power sport batteries that they include with these things. So I put on a regular automotive battery and a solar panel to charge it. The power sport battery was buried underneath the fuel tank, which is a real problem to get to, and they just don't last. They don't take any abuse, and unfortunately with this generator, when you're running the generator, it doesn't charge the battery. So every time you start the generator, it would drain the battery, and then you'd have to have a separate AC power adapter to plug in, and then plug that into the battery to charge it. It was pretty ridiculous, so I did away with all that. So what I'm doing is I'm going to wheel this down to my shop. I'm probably going to pick it up with the tractor and put it on my workbench, so I don't have to bend over to do this. Somebody put anti-seize on these. Must have been me. I really don't want anti-seize all over myself, so I'll put some gloves on for this. Alright, fuel tank is next, I do believe. And of course it's full, because what good is a generator without a full fuel tank? That the problem with this is the starter switch. However, it does have a solenoid in there, and it could be that, but I think regardless I'm going to change this switch out. So we have to shut this off. Let's see if this can be made easy. Ah, there we go. There we go. That'll be easier. That's so all we really need to do is take off this hose at the fuel filter. Okay, now the fun part is lifting this fuel tank off of here. Vent to the carburetor. Yeah, it's a vent to the intake. So it takes the gas vapors and sucks them into the air filter. Yeah. Alright, so get that out of the way. And then we need something to sit this on. Let's see how this is going to be fun. Alright, that wasn't too awful. Now we can get to things. Oh, look. Yes, we've had chipmunks or squirrels or something living in here. That's not doing it any favors. I guess what I need to do is test the solenoid and make sure that it's okay. So before I go any farther, let me go get the battery and we'll just temporarily set that up, and then I will test the solenoid and make sure that it's functioning. Okay, so first off, let's make sure the battery is charged, because I think it is, because it was on a solar charger, but then again, we're not going to assume that. I have my little triplet portable meter. This is actually a really nice meter. I have a bunch of others, but I really like this one for it's small, easy to move around. Okay, battery. You are at 12 volts. Yep. Alright, so we have 12 volts there. So let's hook up the battery. Should be able to go between these two connectors. Yes. Alright, so let's pop the switch out. Prove that it's bad. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to leave it right there instead, since it's in place. Alright, we're going to go to the ohm scale. Make sure we have zeroed. Alright, so we're 0 ohms with the leads connected. Now we'll clip on to the start position of the switch. Okay. And now if we press the switch, nothing happens. So that tells me the switch is definitely bad. Okay, so now I'm going to go between the other two connections, which is the on-off position of the switch. So this is a 3-position switch. When you put this in the middle, it's supposed to be oh, there it is. It's in the off position and it's on. Okay, this switch is shot. The plan here is I'm going to replace this altogether with 2 separate switches. So what I've got here is an on-off switch, just single pole, single throw. And then I have a momentary on single pole, single throw. So that will be my start. Alright, let me get set up for let me get set up for drilling holes. Alright, so what I've done is I took my little machinist square and I laid it along this bottom edge and along the along the edge of the sticker here, and I just scribed a couple marks, and I have verified that the switch will lay in here. I'll be able to tighten down on the nuts. There's clearance behind. And this switch is a different size. This is a little bit bigger, so I wanted to make sure that that this one also has enough clearance in the back, and it apparently does. Okay, so now that I've got that, I'm going to put some fairly hefty center punch marks here. I might have to actually hit this with a hammer. Yeah, I think I'm going to get a regular center punch and give that a whack with the hammer. Okay, go right there. Can't hit it too hard, it's sheet metal. That should be good. Okay. For drilling sheet metal, a step drill is ideal. Now you can see I have taken the time to put a little paint mark on the drill because that's the half-inch mark. And these switches are, they have a half-inch mounting. You don't want to overshoot it, because if you do, then you've got an additional problem on your hands. So I'm going to try to get this step drill into the center punch mark. So there's a few nasty burrs on the back, so we're just going to try to knock them off of there. Just clean these up a little bit. Just got a bad one right there. So this is the momentary on. This has 3 lock nuts. We're only going to put one. I guess we'll put one on the back and we'll put 2 in the front. So that will be start. I'm going to keep that on the right. And do I need anything else? I think I do. Have a 9/16 nut driver, so we're going to use a socket. So get that started. There. Tighten that one down. Alright, hopefully that will stay put. You have a lock washer. So lock washer on the outside. Oh, I guess I need to figure out which way is on and which way is off. So that is in the on position, which is the same as, you can see that, it says on, off. So that's on, where it's pointing at where it's pointing at the on label. Okay, that's easy enough. I don't need to mark it. I always take my meter and put it back to the volts position, and I don't ever leave it on the ohms position, just in case I pull a Mr. Bozo and touch the meter to voltage when it's on the ohm scale. And in that case, it blows the fuse in the meter. So I don't want to do that. They're actually even. Okay. So there's the switches installed, and now I just need to wire them. So I'm going to get set up to do that. So I just need to snip a couple zip ties here for this ground wire. Because I need to split the ground wire between the two switches. Install connectors, always twist the strands of your wire together as tight as you can. That's the proper way to prepare the wire. Now I need to put both of these in here. Hopefully this works. Close this. Get my glove out of there. Okay. So now we have split the ground wire, and then the only thing I need to do now. Oh. You're an idiot. Snip, snip, again. A proper length of wire to go from here to here. Because I need to connect these two. So right about there is good. Okay, time for church. Okay, back from church, and we're gonna try to finish this up. So let's see, where did I leave off? All right, I made up a wire. Yeah, I just need to butt splice this into the ground wire. So this is one of my heat shrink tubing kits, and this is for smaller size wire components. I have a kit that has larger tubing as well, but this is all I need for this. Alright, one heat gun. My wires are prepared. I need to find a suitable size butt splice. I think this is fairly small gauge wire, so a red one will do the trick. using a butt splice, your wire only needs to go a little less than halfway from each end. So let me trim this off a bit. This one. That one's fine. And now a suitable piece of tubing that will fit over this. Right there. That's good. So we have to remember, put the tubing on first. Then the butt splice. Sure, it doesn't come off. This one. Hey, you know, what I should do is remove the negative battery terminal here. Doing this just in case I touch something that I shouldn't touch. I don't want to be surprised. Now, when you're doing butt splice connectors, when you put your wire in, you crimp it one time and one time only. Meaning, you put the wire in, you crimp there, you put the wire in the other end, and you crimp there. One time. If you crimp it any more than that, you're basically uncrimping it and you will make a bad connection. Now also, since this connector, notice this connector has a shield over it, this one does not, I am going to just put some shrink tubing over the very end of this. Fact, we'll shrink tubing a good portion of that. And that's just giving me a little extra insulation. Let's see, is that going to work? Might be a bit too much. I can't go use quite so much. To be able to bend the wire around. The ground goes to here, and also to here. And we will zip tie this all back together here in just a minute, but first we want to make sure that it functions. So let's get all this out of the way. Reconnect the battery. I also discovered that my battery terminal connectors here didn't get a very good crimp. That's my own fault. Okay, let's give it a try. Okay, so now if I turn it on, yes, alright. That's all I need. So now we'll get some zip ties on here. Tidy it up real nice. appears to be out of the way of everything. I hope. We'll see when we put the fuel tank back on, but it should be alright. Let's remove the nuts, leftovers of nuts from squirrels or chipmunks or whatever has been trying to live in here. And I think I'm going to get the air hose and just blow the dirt out of here. And I'll tell you, the only thing worse than chipmunk chibbles is those darn woodchuck turds that Chris has it in the woodyard. I hate those things. Alright, one more thing before I put this back together. I want to fix my battery terminals. Okay, so what we have here is a terminal crimp tool for the larger size crimp terminals. And I think this might be too large, but we're going to try it. Let's see. Well, that smashed it pretty good. Try the other one. See, I think that'll do the trick. This is a little bit big for those terminals, but it worked. Well, I was going to do an oil change, but now I realize that I do not have the oil filter in stock for this. So I'm going to just have to put it back together and then wait until I get a filter in stock. So I'll have to order that next time. Oh, this would be easier if the fuel tank wasn't full. That was heavy. Install a little hose clamp here. The last bit of maintenance I want to do before I put this away is I want to check the air filter. Even though I'm not doing the oil change right now, I still want to check this because around here, mice and chipmunks and squirrels and every other manner of creature find it fun to make nests inside. That's okay. Now, It's still clean, it's fine. This doesn't get that much use. So put that back on, call it good. The Generac XG8000E. It's an 8,000 watt generator, 8 kilowatts. We now have a brand new set of start switches, and hopefully that will be trouble-free for years to come. So thank you very much for watching. Please hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you later.